Hello coders, good afternoon. Thank you for joining back. We're going to crack on a little bit more with the work that we were doing this morning. Just had a lunch and I want to get back to it. So let's put some tunes on. So this morning we were working through the decider and the work units. So I guess to give some context of what it is we're doing, we're building the Stripe back end of the How to Code Well website. So the idea, the plan is that we have a webhook controller that receives webhooks. Those webhooks those events, are stored into the database, and then we have a cron job which goes over those events and processes them. And this thing that we're working on is to distinguish between a cancelled subscription, an upgraded subscription, a new subscription, an upgraded and a downgraded subscription. So we've got to a point where we're creating a subscription factory, a subscription process factory. Let's go to the code here. So this is, I haven't touched it since we stopped earlier this morning. I've gone and published that one live, so if anybody wants to go back and see what we were doing beforehand. And I'm making this up on the spot, this is stuff that's just coming out of my brain. I haven't really thought this through. Well, I have given it some thought, but I haven't really, this is the first time me cutting this code. So we've got this factory here, that's what we've created. We pass in the customer and the selected subscription plan. The current plan is based on the customer, if the customer has one or not. We then issue a work unit supplying the current subscription plan and the selected subscription plan, and that work unit deals with the decision as to what it is that is going to happen with this. So we get the outcome, and then there's a switch here that, depending on the outcome of that result, will instantiate some new classes that are like the processor classes for each individual sort of action, I suppose. And then what we do, so we set the customer and the selected subscription plan of the process, and we return that. And the idea being each one of these will have like their own method to process, and they'll go off and do those things individually. So that's what we're going to play with today. I just ran this, so let me just run this again. So it picked up something with the code check style, which hopefully should be sorted. So now it's doing PHP MD, and we'll just, this is like a rinse and repeat stuff. Now it's doing analyze on Stan. And we'll let it go all the way through to unit tests and integration test. There's a problem here. Let's sort this out. This is because of the fact that this is all on the subscription process factory. That's fine, because that's what we're dealing with at the moment. So let's I tell you what, let's fix this first. Yeah, let's fix this one first, and then I'll write the tests for these things. Okay, so what I'm thinking with these are individual classes. These classes obviously haven't been created yet. I'm thinking that they should all follow an interface. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, is we're going to create a folder in here. We're going to call this processor, and I'm thinking we're going to have, I suppose we could also back this up with a test, right? So if we go down to the tests down here, so yes, that was where my head was at. So a subscription processor interface is what we need. So let's go and build that in here. Let's do a new file. That's the the name of it. So this is an interface. So interface, yada, yada, yada. And I haven't really decided yet what the, let's get the namespaces. I haven't really decided yet what methods we need on this yet. So this is subscription processor. Sweet. Okay, that's good. I like that. So let's go ahead and create these individual classes. So let's go and create another folder called type. So these are types of processors. And let's see now. Let's go to the factory. Let's put this in split view. Let's move this over here. Let's now. Actually, we don't need that. We need to create a new file. And that's one. Let's just grab all that for a minute. Bung it in like a template in here. So it is in processor. Is that the right spelling? No, it's not, is it? Okay. Right, so again, I haven't decided what needs to be in here. However, it does need to implement that interface. So why is that? So hang on. Oh, I'm fiddling around with the interface. That's annoying. Sorry. Ah. That's annoying. There we go. It's lol. There we go. That's what we need. And it's up here that we want to play with the. That's that. That's right. Right. It's this file. Let's get the file right, shall we? Subscript. Hang on a minute. This one. This is the. Oh, it's in here. Oh, sorry. That's what. Failing on my. On my eyesight skills. Okay, here we go. So this is now processor type. Gotcha. Okay, and this is a class, and it implements the subscription processor interface. Okay, great stuff. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So now in our factory, this thing, let's just move that out of the way, is the subscription upgrade process, and it returns the interface. So let's bring that over there. Subscription processor interface. There we go. Cool. Okay. Okay. Let's create these classes too. That will make PHP Stan happy at least. So let's copy that. This is going to be called renew. So that is subscription renew. Let's also copy this to be downgrade, I think. Downgrade process. Same as before. Right, what else have I got? That's not the right thing. It's not that. Let's kill that. Let's kill that. Okay, so we've got the renew. So subscript renew process, we have the downgrade. And now we've got the cancel process. I gotcha. Okay. All right, let's copy that in. So here, so this is now the cancel jobby. Okay. Excuse me. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Have I not set it up? Oh, there we go. All right. So that should now be good in the sense that we are now returning the interface for each one of these. We need to handle that. Let's just run through PHP stan. I can pinpoint that by doing make static analysis. There's bound to be errors, right? I haven't done that set customer thing yet, so we'll see. Okay, cannot call set customer yet, as I mentioned, and there's another one here about subscription make should return a subscription processor interface, but returns cancel process or null. Okay, so I've got to deal with a null. Okay, that's the default jobby. So I think here I need to throw an exception, but let's deal with the customer thing first. Now I think instead of just having the same thing set customer in each one of these, I think these also need to inherit a base class. So let's on type, let's do a new. Let's just copy one of these to be fair. So this is going to be abstract subscription process, like so. It won't implement that. And it will have a protected customer, which is a user, like that, and it will have a getters and setters. I think we only need setters, right? We just need to set it. We're not getting it, setting it. It's protected, so the other ones can access it, so that's fine. Okay, good. So now what I need to do is extend, don't I? So in here we need to do running out of room. Let's not bother with the okay, fine. There we go. All right, so this needs to implement that and also extend the abstract subscription process. Sweet. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing for all the other ones, like so. And we'll go back down to the factory. This is set. Okay, we also need to do a set selected subscription plan as well, so we can do that too. Let's go back to the abstract job. Now this is going to be nullable. So again, protected, but this time it is subscription. It is a nullable subscription plan, like so. Okay, so we'll do selected subscription plan. Gotcha. Again, we're going to have a setter. So just a setter here, that's fine. So now if we go back to the factory, that should be happy. So the only thing here is this this thing which would return null, I guess. Yeah, subscription process is set to null by default. Okay, so let's do static analysis. We should only have the one issue now. Okay, no, it's still saying 2. That's weird. Cannot call set customer on. Why can't you call set customer? Oh, on null. Okay, fine. No, on null. On null, of course you can't. Okay, so I guess what we do is down here, if we did, well, at this point, well, yeah, it'd be down here, wouldn't it? We'll do if subscription process is an instance of subscription process, subscription, spell it right, subscription processor interface. Then if that's not the case, then we have to throw an error. All right, so this one here, we throw new exception. So cannot find subscription processor. And I guess we could do for result. Okay. So let's pass that in as null in here. Whoopsie. So this needs to this make command throws an exception, and it returns. It must return. No. Why is it? Why is that null? That shouldn't be null. Let's just run static analysis again. That's saying no errors. I don't believe that's going to return null. Why would that return null? Let me just work through this. We've got current subscription plan is null. If the customer gets subscription is an instance of subscription, well, then we get the current subscription plan from the subscription get the plan. Blah 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 blah. Then we do the work unit here. We pass those in, and we get the outcome, which comes as a result. That is going to be always a string. Fine. So we pass that into our switch statement. And we get the get this, or this, or this, or this, and each time we're breaking. If we don't have the result, then we go to default, which would be null. So at this case, the subscription process would either be one of these. That is actually the subscription processor. Oh, no, sorry. It isn't. Looking at the wrong thing, aren't I? This is a parameter, not a return statement. The return statement is fine. This is nullable. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. Good. I'm happy with this. So static analysis is happy. Let's just continue running our tests. So I'm going to run them all apart from acceptance. We know that there's one failing here, although we've just set up set customer, so it's going to be all right. There's a lot of check styles that PHP beautifiers discussed, they're all found and fixed, which is great. Get these tools working for you. So this should pass. I haven't touched anything to do with the entities, so this should be all good. And now it's doing a clearance of the cache, updating the DB. So on lunch, I obviously had lunch, which was very nice. But I I put up a picture frame, and I put on some washing. There you go. That's the boring insights to my lunch break. And I was also thinking and planning for today's podcast, which will happen at about 8 o'clock tonight. Again, live here on YouTube. And I'm thinking about talking. It's episode 100, so I think I'll talk about that more later on, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so cannot find a subscription processor for result fresh. So fresh is when there is no current subscription plan. Let me see here. Make factory fresh. Is this because we haven't actually done anything, have we? No. See, this is why testing is good. This has caught the fact that I haven't actually put in the fresh thing in here. So, like I said, fresh is when the user has just signed up. They don't have a subscription plan. It's kind of important. So, this should be decider fresh. Yeah, down here, decider fresh. I mean, I could say decider new, but you know. Okay, now, so this needs to be subscription fresh process, or let's do new. And again, I need to create a class. Sorry, lights in my eyes. That needs to be new. So subscription new. Right, let's run those again. I can't believe I missed that out. Imagine putting this live and not being able to take any subscriptions because you haven't set it up. You set it up to renew them. Okay, what's going on here? That looks pretty bad. Unexpected token. So what have I screwed up? It'll probably... Aha, I've got a red underline. Look for the red underlines. Break. Look at that. So that needs to be subscription new. Okay, so I suppose the next way to go through this is to actually set these things up, right? So we can now talk about these individual processes individually rather than as a whole. I suppose I should also do test acceptance. Test coverage to see what I've created and I haven't tested. Excuse me. So we'll let this run through. Right, I'm going to stop it there because this is going to do the tests. And what I would rather do is make tests. Is it test coverage? Test coverage. All right, so this is going to run, our coverage. So PHP MD, PHP Stan, blah, 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 PHP check styles and all that jazz. They're all happy. So we'll run through all the tests. Woo! So we'll run through all the unit tests and we'll run through all the integration tests. And then hopefully we'll get some form of coverage. I think it's at 77% at the moment. So as I've mentioned many times before, this is because the slowness of these integration tests is because they're hitting the database, they're dropping the database each time and recreating it. So that's why they're taking a bit of time. And of course, Xdebug is obviously active and is looking at coverage. So that can take some time too. Once happy though, I'm going to probably tackle each one of these individually. Now, the interesting thing with these is they're going to obviously need to have access to the database. They're also going to have access to things like the mailer, the emailer, and other things like that. So I need to somehow inject these things in. Now, I don't know if I should be injecting them in here and then setting them down here, or whether I put this in my own little sort of container and inject the whole container in, and then, yeah, maybe that's a better way. Right, what's going on here? We have a test that's failed. Assert instance of must be class name or interface name. Oh, okay. It's because of in the testing in here I need to change that. I need to rename that to processor factory, don't I? Okay. This is subscription plan. Oh, sorry. There we go. I just didn't wire up the namespaces, that's all. Let's just run this one first, because that will run that test first. And it's passed. Sweet. So let's run the coverage again. And it's passed because we can set now the customer. So sorry, I'm having to do this again. I didn't realize there was an error there. Oh, brilliant. There's so many bots on YouTube. That's been blocked. I find myself like blocking more and more spammy comments which don't have any kind of anything to do with coding. Flick Zone is a spammy comment at the moment. If you see any of these Flick Zone stuff, please let me know. I will remove them straight away. I think it's going off to a shady website. And the interesting thing about these bots are that they are they're having a conversation with themselves. So one minute a bot will say, you know, have you seen or have you heard of this website Flick Zone? And then the other bot, which will come in maybe an hour later, maybe even a day later, will then respond back to that comment to say, yes, I've been using it like all the time. The comments are exactly the same each time. And the profiles of these people are pretty non-existent. So they're, in my opinion, they're bots. I've had many of those things. and I've just been banning them, reporting them, I should say. Okay, right. So that's all gone through. Let's just have a sneaky peek up here at the percentages. Just interested. 76. Okay, so we've gone down a percentile. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to here and let's just get to the home page. Let's refresh. So why are you saying 77 and that's saying 76? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with that. Anyway, let's go to subscription. Aha, processor factory. So this is what we're playing with. We've tested the new process, apparently. We need to write a test to check the exception, and we need to write some tests for this lot, and we also need to write a test for getting the subscription plan. That's why it's running off of new. New being the fact that we don't have a subscription yet. Fine. Okay, right. So let's deal with that. Hang on a minute. That shouldn't even be the case, should it? No. We shouldn't be running new. We should be running upgrade. Because look, I've got current subscription plan is monthly. And so we're setting that plan to the subscription and setting the subscription to the user. Okay, so this user has a monthly plan. We deal with the decider, that's fine. And then the customer, oh, hang on a minute. Why are we creating a new customer? That might explain it. And then we've got a processor factory passing in the work unit. Which I'm thinking of renaming, and then this one is getting the selected subscription plan. So this now technically should be, let's run, unfortunately I'll run them all again. Actually, let's run this one, make sure it works, and then let's run all of this again. I'm sure this needs to go into upgrade rather than fresh. That doesn't make any sense, and I think it's because I reset my user. I had new user here, which is not what I wanted. Excuse me. Hello, thank you for joining today. Thank you for watching. These streams that I'm doing, they're quite long, and this is because I'm on holiday, and I've got a lot of the how to code well stuff to get through. So I thought, you know, I'm going to be coding anyway, so I might as well just do it live. I mean, yesterday we nearly went for 6 hours. I've already done a 2 and a bit hour stream this morning, and then I had lunch, and then we went on to this. So yeah, it's been going so far so good. Hope you're well though. So I'll just wait for all of these things to do their thing. And then I'm hoping that this will become green, and that will become red, and this will become green. Okay. Come on, right. All right, let's do this. Let's refresh. Yay! There we go. Okay, so we've tested this, so we've passed in a customer and all that jazz. So now what we need to do is we'll do a renew, and then we'll do a downgrade, a cancel, and a fresh. And then we'll work through this. Okay, fine. We can probably use a data provider for this, because I'm not going to bother copying out all this. Again, let's do a data provider. I'm going to copy the data provider that we've used before. It's in where is this? Where would that be? That would be in. Would it be in Decider? Yes, it would be in Decider. It's this thing, this big old thing. This kind of covers all cases. I'm thinking maybe putting this in a base class, although this time we need to change it because we're actually supplying the customer as well. Actually, no, I can just create the customer and then set the plan. Oh, fine, okay. So let's do plan provider here. No, let's do decide plan. That's fine. Let's keep it as is. Let's do data provider, and let's do decide provider. This becomes our array, which is data. Okay, so then this data is going to be is it current plan? That's fine. And then this is going to be the change. So the change here will be our selected plan. Okay, now we need to deal with the expected types. So I think we should return the instances. I think that's probably wise. So expected yeah. Let's just do expected. So this becomes, this is an upgrade. So we could actually use the concrete classes for this. So we could do subscription process. Processor. Hang on. No. This is upgrade. Subscription upgrade process. Class. There we go. I'm going to just put in expected in all of these things. I'm going to do a control R, and we're going to put in expected in here, and expected underscore type is what we're looking for. Let's replace all of those. Oh dear. I did it the other way around, didn't I? Alright, let's press control Z on that. Right, we're looking for that, and we want to replace it with that. There we go. Okay. Right, so down here is these are all upgrades. Fine. Okay, let's put that in as the upgrade for this one. The upgrade for this one. This one is a downgrade, so let's do subscription process downgrade class. This one is also cancels, so this is a cancellation. So this one is a cancel. So is that. This one's fresh. Which I'm thinking of renaming to new, but whatever. Is it? It is a new okay, gotcha. This one is a renew. Gotcha. Okay, right. So we're probably going to fail a lot on this because I need to choose whether there is an internal plan or a subscription plan. But I just want to run the tests again. Just this one though. Yeah. Yeah. So we got a couple of errors there. It's what I expect. Internal names. So for this, what we do... Sorry. What we do here is we say... subscription plan, we do if data current subscription plan doesn't equal null. There we go. I guess what we need to do, is that nullable? No. I guess what we would do is put that up there. Of course it's not nullable. We would do that like this. So that gets around that one, and then here we do if data, what did I call this? Selected plan, is that right? Selected plan, yep. If data selected plan isn't null, and we're going to have to pass that in as null up here. Yes. Okay, let's give that a go. They all work fine. So there's essentially 12 avenues that this processor script can take. Or is it 12? Yeah, it starts from 0. Yep. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it says it down there. Great. And I guess what we could do is just run the test coverage again. I'm going to sit down because my legs are getting tired. I went for a run this morning, and my legs are getting a bit knackered. I think I'm going to pop down and just grab a drink, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I'll be back very, very shortly, and I'll just let this run through. So I will be back very soon. Okay, that's the sound of my standing desk going in sit-down mode. Alright, I've got myself a nice cup of tea and a drink. I'm just going to turn these blinds down a minute. There we go. Good. Okay, so okay, that's all done. That's good. Let's go back into the code view. There we go. Right, so that's all gone through. Okay, we'll have a little look and see what the coverage is. Hopefully I've covered every case in that switch statement, apart from, I think, the default, and therefore this. Okay, let's refresh. Yay, that's the case. Sweet. Now, I need to somehow work out how that actually does the thing. So that would be null if the result doesn't match any of these cases, right? Okay. So how would one do that? If the result doesn't match any of these cases, upgrade, renew, downgrade, cancel, and fresh. That's it. That's the only cases that we're looking for. But I guess if in the future, if there was a change, well, no, that's the only 4 possible outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible outcomes. We kind of do need to have this safety net, I think. I'm just trying to work out how to replicate that. I mean, I suppose I could mock it. And I would mock it by mocking the work unit get outcome. And I would force an exception. So this result, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do some mocking. So I'm just going to grab all of this and I'm going to just bung it down here for a minute. So this is test factory make exception. Okay, so we're not going to worry about the provider. Is there a way I could inject an outcome? No, let's not do that. The work units are here, right? So what I could do is I'm trying to think about how I can do this. Work unit. I could do this, I suppose. I could do work unit is equal to this create mock subscription work unit. Hang on, let me just check something. Is there ever going to be a case where the decider returns null? No. No. I mean, no change potentially, but okay. So we've created that mock. Let's do work unit. Actually, it's the decider that I want to deal with, not the work unit. It's a decider. So that's the decider in here. And what I need to do is, let's forward a bit. Expects self once. Method. It is get outcome. Will return not valid, or something, anything that isn't, and then we'll inject the decider into the work unit. There we go. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of these two. There we go. Oh, sorry. No. I'm still gonna need to. There we go. Right. Okay, so we've created the mock here. I guess we don't need to worry about that. And nor do we need to worry about the selected plan, because we're expecting this to throw an exception. So that's all we need to care about. And although, why is that? Why is that expected? Oh, okay, fine. Passing in null then. And then up here we would do this expect exception. Although we could do expect exception message, that's even better. And the message is, have we decided upon them? Aha. That's the message. In here. And result is not valid. Like that. Great. I think that's really good. Yeah, I think that's really good. So let's do that now. Down in here. Test factory make exception. 0 passed. Too few arguments passed to make. Is that still requiring an array? There we go. Trying to configure get outcome, which cannot be configured because it doesn't exist. I thought it did. I thought it did. Subscription decider. Is it get decision? Hang on a minute. What's going on? What are we doing here? It's off of the work unit. Sorry, it's off of the work unit. Ugh, that's why it doesn't work. So, yeah, this needs to be subscription work unit. On create mock, does it disable the constructors? I can't remember. Create mock. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So then we would pass, that should be work unit. So we don't even bother with this. And we just pass that in. And therefore we should get an exception. Let's give that a blast. I thought that was the case. Come on. Yay. Right, I'm going to just run this again. Sorry. headbutted the microphone because that's how I roll. I'm gonna just run all this again and just mega be careful with that code coverage. Just make sure I covered everything in that thing, including that exception there. I'm sure I have, and then we'll move on to those subclasses. Oops. Hey, Heated Billow, good day. Good day to you. How's it going? Hope you're well. I'm doing the usual running of the tests and thinking in my brain my next move. It's like a chess match between myself. I'm hoping everything I've done is going to prove in the future quite a good thing in terms of the architecture. But there's always that little bit of doubt. No, I'm not. That's a great question, Bryce. I'm not switching over here from Twitch. I am. I'll still be doing the Sunday streams. It's only because this week I'm on holiday, and I have dropped the Tuesday morning stream because we used to do the Tuesday morning stream on Twitch. But I've dropped that, and I'm doing that now on YouTube. But I'm doing that in the evenings. So that's in the evening after work. But it's only because this week I'm on holiday. I don't actually have any work to do. I am working on this. I would be working on this anyway, and I just thought, why not do it live? You know, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, so I'm also between contracts at the moment, so I've got a bit of downtime, which is nice. So I finished a contract last week, and I've got a bit of downtime this week. And I guess until I get another one, I will be doing this. You know, making my time as productive as possible. I didn't realize how big of a project this was, right? This is pretty big. Let's go to, obviously, if anyone's listening who wants a PHP help or a Python help, then do let me know. But obviously, when I start working again, I won't be doing this during the day, obviously. So yeah, it's only this week, and maybe into next week, perhaps. Depends on how things go. Let's see now. I need to get into my coverage report thing here. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Hopefully we've covered this off. Yes, we have. Woohoo! Okay, so now we can get into these things. The upgrade process, the renewal process, the downgrade process, the cancel process, and the subscription new process. Okay, so I guess we should... It doesn't really matter which one we start with. Let's do the upgrade. Now we can work on these individually. We don't have to worry with... I tell you what I should do is commit my code and throw it up again to the pipelines. Git status. We've done quite a bit of change. Well, we've just created stub classes, to be fair, haven't we? Let me just... let's have a look at the coverage for a sec. We're still on 77%, and in subscription, in the processor, in the type, yeah, so these are all just waiting to be filled out. And in That's all 100% apart from the maker. And the maker I'm going to replace. This is supposed to be dealing with the upgrade and a new, and I try to do it all in one. So that will be replaced. This method here, though, the calculate end date, is going to be very useful. So this will work out what the if it's monthly, then it's 1 month. If it's yearly, then it's 1 year, and if it's free, then we do it per month. Okay. Let's see now. Let's do. Adding processor stubs. Push that up. So, I'm trying to think as to how we deal with these things. Okay, so they extend an abstract subscription process, and they implement our subscription processor interface. I think that they all need to have a method called process. And that process method needs to be different for each one. Therefore, it needs to be in here. So we do public function process, and I think I'm making this up as I go. I think this needs to return a Boolean. Ow. I think. Yep. Hello. You caught me in mid-thought. Hi, how's it going? Right, so yeah, process. I guess the process method is going to be different for each. So let's build that now. Let's go to somewhere. Here we go. Yeah. So for each one of these, they need to have a process. Okay. Let's deal with the upgrade process first. Now, I think we'll go back to the tests and we'll write a test for this. Unit, subscription, new. Processor. And I guess this would be a type. This should also be in there. And this, I believe we can just get rid of now. This is the notes that we made a couple of days back. So, yesterday, in fact. I think that's all good. What's this? Yeah, that's all good. So we'll get rid of all this, because we've kind of built and tested all this stuff. So this needs to change its namespace to be subscription processor. I like to keep my test folder kind of mimicking the actual application folder structure. So that would be in processor. There we go. And have I got a spelling on that? Namespace does not match the PSR. There we go. So then we'll do the upgrade. So this is a subscription upgrade process test. Okay, I'm just going to grab this, smash it over there. Get rid of some of these things. Okay, so that's type. Okay, so we have the process method, but we also need to upgrade. Yeah, okay, I think we should just crack on with the process method. That's probably wise. So public function test process. Oops, can't spell public. Void. Now this is gonna be a processor. Lost the ability to type, lost the ability to spell. Oh, R, there we go, is equal to a new subscription upgrade process. And then we have processor process. Okay. So we do customer. Do we set the customer on this? Is this the thing? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So customer is equal to a new EW customer, not a Stripe customer. Sorry, a new user, I should say. I think what we'll do, just for ease, is we will grab this stuff. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. This will be an upgrade, so we're doing an upgrade from monthly to yearly. So subscription plan constants, we'll do monthly, and we'll set the selected subscription plan to be a new subscription plan where the plan set internal name, sorry, is subscription plan constants yearly. Okay, so we've set the customer and we set the selected plan. Now, I suppose what we should be looking for at this stage is some form of dates, right? So we want to make sure that the dates have changed from like a month in advance, a month forward. So also we want to make sure that this returns, so has process, we want to make sure that this returns true. So assert true has processed. There we go. Do I use Laravel frameworks with Composer? I do. I do. Yes, I do. PHP Artisan. Yep. I also do Doctrine as well. I'm a fan of Doctrine. Okay, so we set this all up. We've got the subscription plan. We've set all this up. That's the current current subscription, and we're making sure that that's processed. We also should check whether so up here, set subscription. How does one set subscription? Okay, it's here, isn't it? Set current. Is it? Hang on a minute. This could be an issue with my architecture. Bear with me a minute. I'm just trying to work out where the end dates are for this. Is it on the order item? Which it shouldn't be, I don't think. Let me just see. Period start, period end. Okay, it is. Is that going to be too much of a problem? I don't think so, because it's just a case of creating an order item, which you would have, because it would be a current order item, right? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. This is okay. Yes, so this on the process we would create a new subscription. Gotcha. For that particular, so it's a subscription per month. And what happens is when we're doing an upgrade, which we're working through at the moment, the upgrade is that it stops on the day in which it stops, in which the upgrade is done, and then it goes on to yearly. And what I can do is the days that are so let's say someone was to upgrade on the 5th day, then you would perhaps have 25 days rolling over. So so you would pay for a month for 5 days, and then you would upgrade to a yearly plan, which means that you now have a year and 5 days. Yeah, which would become a new subscription. So you would stop the current subscription, and then you would do the new subscription. Yeah, okay. That's why I've done it as order items. Okay, that's that's fine, because you would essentially create a new order item for that and set that as current. Okay. Yep. I'm with you. I'm with that. So we need to create an order item. Which is a new subscription order item. And the order item off of this has a start date, which we're going to do as period start as today. So in this case, it's going to be start date is equal to new date time. So that goes into there. No, because that's the start. Let's do this minus, so start date modify minus this is going to be tricky because there's different there's different days of the month, numbers of things. Okay, let's do new instead of date time. Can we pass that in as a format there? Date time now. Is it time zone? Is it date time? Valid date time string. Could we not run it from a static? So create from format, passing in the date time. I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? So you would pass in the format, and then you would pass in the date time. Let me have a little look. Dates are very frustrating. PHP creates date from string. There we go, create from format. And date time, create from format. There we go. So we're specifying the actual thing, the days, the date. The format is year, month, day. It doesn't have to be. Okay, that's essentially what we need. Date time. Okay, format is year, month, day. Okay, so the format is year, month, and day. This is going to be 2021, and the month is going to be 04, and the day is going to be 01. Okay. So now we need to set the end date of this. Is there a way? Let me just double check something. Yes, that's a nice round number. There are 30 days in April. So could we do a clone of start date, and end date is now modifying to 30 days plus 30 days. Is that, or is there a better way of doing this? There could be a better way of doing this. PHP set date to the end of the month. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do this. Get the last day of the month. How to find the last day of the month? Modify is plus. We could do plus 1 month. No, that's not. Get the start date and the end date. How to start? End of month. That's carbon. I think that's fine. Let's just leave it like that. Do. Can I have a link for the repo? No, you can't. It's private. Nah. No, this is the howtocodewell.net website. It is closed source, but it's running on a lot of open source stuff that I've created, as well as others, obviously. But one thing I did last, keep saying last week, this week, haven't realized how much code I've written this week. We have open sourced the Docker image for Composer, which is, I'll find it, the Docker Hub, which I will log into. Bear with a sec. Still on here. Da 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 da. This is how to code well Composer. It is essentially, if I go to tags, it's essentially a wrapper for Composer that can go into various, which is using various different versions of PHP. At the moment, though, it's only PHP 7.4 because this is what this site uses. But when I upgrade version of PHP, I'll be upgrading this too. And it's used in our deployment process. So you can see that it's... let's go to... Is it in general? Pretty sure there was... Come on. Yeah, 43 pulls already, which is good. But this is where this is the website that we're working on at the moment, which is closed. Okay, so start date, end date. Start date and end date. That's end date there. Okay, so that's that done. That's the order item. That's been set up. Is there anything else I need to do? Set description, price, quantity. I guess. I don't know if I need to worry about that at this stage. That goes in there. And then we've got the selected one. So I'm going to need to work out the day in which this is done. Okay, that's fine. And then here's a process at the bottom here. So what I want to do is also I guess what I need to do, I need to go customer, get subscription, get current, get plan, right? So the plan now, so new plan, updated plan. That should be, get internal name. That should be yearly because we've just switched it. And also assert same. I think what I'll do is I'll just run this and then we'll work through the dates, you know, once this is wired up. I think that's probably wise. Otherwise we'll just keep going down this rabbit hole and not actually doing any testing. So I tell you what, hang on, sorry. Let's put a group into here. So at group, we'll call this, what have I called the others? This is subscription processor. So this is upgrade processor and process. So in here we'll do bin code set run a unit of that. What are the errors? Errors are must be type of boolean, but none is returned. Okay, that's fine. So here, gotcha. Let's do return false. Let's do has processed equals false and return that. Sorry, where's the tabbing going? I just want to make sure that it's wired up correctly. Okay, so failed asserting that yearly is monthly. This is because of this check which we've done in here. So we're making sure that that is now yearly, but we haven't done any of the processing stuff for that to happen. So let's try that. Let's do on the processor, not that one. On the upgrade process. So we've got current subscription plan. Actually, no, we don't need that. We've got selected. Is equal to this. Do we have a getter? I don't know. I don't think we do. We just have that. Okay, that's fine. So that's all we need. So if we don't have a selected subscription plan, then we must throw an error. That's the first deal, right? So you can't upgrade unless you've got something to upgrade to. So is an instance of subscription plan, which is going to be very different to the upgrade process. No, to the cancel process, because the cancel process, there's no subscription plan to upgrade to. There's no selected subscription plan because you're canceling. Okay, so we need to throw a new exception, which is something like subscription plan required. Okay, let's just make sure that that is tested. So I'm just going to grab this, paste this into here, and I'm going to just comment that out. and I'm just going to down here. We're going to do process exception. So process exception. Test process with no selected plan. And the idea is that we've got a subscription for the current user, but we don't provide, so that becomes null. In fact, we can just, because it's a unit, we can just provide the customer. Process upgrade process, that's fine, hit process. So then this becomes, we get rid of this, we get rid of this, we get rid of this, we get rid of all of this stuff, and this expects hang on a minute. There we go. Expects exception message. Accepts exception code. Except Sean. Error message. Exception message. There we go. And the exception message is subscription plan required. Selected subscription plan required. Okay, let's run that. So it's kind of like doing what we did before. I've made some choices, and now we're taking a step back and actually going through it, like sort of like I've parked this in my head essentially of how this is going to work, and now we're going to go and actually attempt to get to this point. So, okay, that's good. Now, obviously, you need to have a plan, a current plan, in order to upgrade, right? So you need to have a current plan. So let's put in another test, a failing test. This one. So this time, where no current plan, with no current plan. This should now throw an exception. So current subscription plan required. Okay, so this is now with no current plan, and then this one is with no selected plan. Okay, so we're gonna go and run the test. Yep, that's what we expected. So go over to here, put in a check for if current. Right, so now what we need to do is we need to get the customer. So this customer get subscription. Now that could be nullable, so we need to do current subscription is equal to this. If current subscription is an instance of subscription, then let's do current subscription plan is equal to current subscription get plan. There we go. That needs to be checked. So if current subscription plan is an instance of subscription plan, and also we need to set this as null by default. There we go. And the change to this is this here. Okay, let's run the tests on that one. Failed asserting that selecting subscription plan required contains. Oh, hang on a minute. What have I? Which test failed there? Process with no current plan. With no current plan. With no current plan. Current plan. Set the customer. Okay. That should be. Oh, yeah. The selected plan is null. Okay, fine. I think to get around this, what we could do is apply. Yeah, I need to set one or the other, don't I? So, in that's fine. That's fine. Then go up to here. We should probably check this first, and then check the one that we're trying to upgrade to, which is probably just going to flip that error message. To be fair, let's just try that. So it's probably going to flip it to selected, which means that there needs to be on this test. Which is here with the selected plan. I'll put this below. We need to provide the customer with an actual plan. So we need to do that. Like that. And this becomes null. In fact, we don't need this because it's nullable anyway, so there we go. So that's fine. So let's run those tests again. Hopefully that now has covered those two cases. Nope, it hasn't. Current subscription plan contains still having that problem. Oh, it's because I haven't. Silly me. I haven't gone and set. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I know what I've done wrong. Up here, we need to get the subscription and set the plan. That's what we need to do. Down here. Whoops. Sorry. I nearly closed the streaming window. Don't worry about that. There we go. Fine. Okay, let's run those tests again. I need to apply this to the customer. That's what I need to do. Customer set subscription is subscription. There we go. That should now fix that. Gotcha. Okay, this is because in not in there. That needs to be set to null. There we go. Okay, good. So that's that bit done. So I'm thinking that this needs to be in like a validation routine, and I'm thinking that all the other types of processes need a validation routine as well. So I'm thinking it goes in the interface. If we were to think about this from a from the factory's point of view, as in the different decisions that it makes. If we go back to the factory. So to validate the decider, you must have a current plan and a subscription plan. Yeah. To validate a renew, you must have a current subscription plan, and the selected subscription plan must be the same as the current subscription plan. Okay, so there's a different validation routine for that one. This one here, on the downgrade, you must have a subscription plan and a selected subscription plan, and they must be different. With a cancel, you mustn't have a selected subscription plan because you're canceling. And when you're on Thresh, you mustn't have a current subscription plan. So yeah, it sounds like they all need their own validation routines. So what I'm thinking of doing is creating an interface now. Sorry, creating a routine in here called public function validate, and it's going to return a bool if it is valid. And maybe throw an exception. I don't know. So, okay. So with these tests, then, if we did process on here, if we created our validate routine. We can grab that, paste that into here, and maybe they don't return a boolean, maybe they just return void, because they'll throw an exception if they're invalid anyway. And here we just do this validate. So let's go over to back to here and change that to be void. So that palms this off. So each one of these will have a different validation routine. So I think, is that have I set that to be public? Yeah, I have. So I guess instead of calling process, we could just call validate. All right, let's run those tests. Whoa. Is this complaining? Yeah, because the cancel process needs to have all of this stuff. That's the problem when you run stubs on interfaces. You have to update the others. That should be good. And I think we'll probably do the validation routines for the other ones as well, and we'll slowly work our way up. So let's do I'm going to leave that in a comment. let's do renew processor test. Okay, so renew processor test is going to be let's change all of this. So if we did R upgrade, change that to be renew. There we go. Refresh. Okay. And I'm going to group them all by processor, which means that I can run them all together. So test, we'll do test validate instead of process. Now I know that we've done a factory with a decision maker and all of that stuff, which would kind of deal with all of this validation in the sense that it's making the decision based on what the values are, and therefore the values have to be correct for the decision to be made. But I'm thinking that maybe these can be called from outside of that at some point. So it's best to have the validation routines on the actual things themselves, I think. So okay, this is we're on renew, aren't we? Nope, we're on renew here. Okay. Let's do one at a time. So, the rule for renewing is that both subscription plans must be the same. So if we have a customer, in fact, let's go one step further. The rule is that, I mean, I guess now I'm thinking that there's the same rules, isn't there? There needs to be a current and there needs to be a selected for it to be renewed. Yeah. So then what we could do Yeah, I got an idea. In the abstract, public function has that returns a boolean, and then this is return this selected subscription plan is an instance of, there we go, another one has that's a boolean, this is a customer, and that is going to deal with this. in abstract, like so. That goes down to here. Which means that in upgrade process, in the validate routine here, we can remove this and we can do this has current subscription plan, this has selected subscription plan, which means that we can do the same thing in renew. So current subscription plan required for upgrade. Similar deal with renew for renew. Because we are extending the abstract, it means that we can both of those classes can handle that, which means I'm going to have to change the test, aren't I, for that. That would go into upgrade process. Yeah, here we go. Selected subscription plan required for upgrade. And let's go to renew here. I'm just going to comment this out for a second. I just want to run those tests to make sure that they are still okay. Good-o. Okay, so we're going to do a similar test. Well, we're going to do both of these in here, like so. Let's just comment that out for a sec. We can leave that going. So this is now renew. And this is now renew. And this is subscription renew process. And that is subscription renew renew. Let's run those tests. Why is there only 2 tests? What's going on? Have I not got my grouping correct? It should be. Right, we should get 1 error. Yep. Validate with no current plan. Oh no, we've got 2 errors. That's not good. Both subscription plans must be the same. Phone and renew. Okay, let's deal with the first one. That seems weird. Validate with no current plan. Validate with no current plan. Current subscription plan required for upgrade. Oh. In renew. Contains current subscription plan for renew. Case mismatch between declared class names. Oh, okay. Renew. Lowercase r. Lowercase r. That's not good. That'll get me nowhere in life. Is that... Hang on. Oh, they're all lowercase. That's annoying. Hang on. That's not right. Is that a cut? I mean, no, that's fine. It's my namespace. That's the thing that's the thing that's wrong up here. Yeah. Let's get rid of these. They don't do anything. So that should be renew. Renew. Okay, right. We should only get one error. There we go. The error is that the current subscription plan required for renew contains both subscription plans must be the same. So this is because when we get down to there, I need to create this for the user, and the subscription plan that we've got must be different. So if we go to selected subscription plan is equal to new subscription plan constants, and this is yearly. Okay, that should now say, actually no, this shouldn't be thrown, so there should still be an error here. Selected oh, am I not setting it to the processor? No, I'm not. Let's do that. I'll do it underneath the customer. There we go. So this needs to now invalidate routine. What we need to do is we need to also throw an exception. So if this let's also parcel this up in a base method as well. So public has so are both plans the same? Okay, so we got the current subscription plan. I'm going to put this in a wrapper to get it from the customer. So that's that, and then we just return current subscription plan is not equal to this selected subscription plan. Current subscription plan. Why is that null? What's going on? Oh, sorry, that needs to be current subscription plan. There we go. So if we go back to the renewal process, we need to also throw, so are both plans the same? If they're not, and we're doing a renewal, then we need to throw both subscription plans must be the same for renewal. For renew. Yeah, so I'm not a massive fan of using exceptions as a sort of logical deciders. I'm thinking maybe we should have an error output. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of using exceptions as a means of creating logic. So like logical deciders, I'm not a massive fan of that. So let's just make sure this works though. Oh, okay. Why did that not get thrown? If this isn't, if both plans the same? Are plans the same? Why is that? Oh, sorry. Oh, I've got my operators wrong. There we go. Right, okay. So, I think what we need to do, instead of validate, or instead of throwing exceptions left, right, and center, what we need to do is have an array of errors. Because I'm thinking that this is all done through cron, so I'm thinking maybe what we need to do is have protected an array of errors, right? Like that. Where instead of throwing exceptions, we just do like this errors, and we do that. And then yeah, I'll do that again for the upgrade processor too. Yeah. And I think also in the abstract, we'll also have public function is valid. And is valid is just going to return a Boolean of return a count of this errors. If it is valid, then it's less than it equals 1 equals 0. There we go. Right, we still haven't dealt with this much. I guess what we need to do is if this is valid, right? Then we go off and do our thing. So if this isn't valid, then we return false. Same deal with the one above. It's in here, which is a bit worrying because I'm now duplicating code. I'll need to think about that. Unless there was a parent process that we were calling. Maybe not. Anyway, I need to sort out these tests. These tests require an exception. So I think what I need to do is create a public function get errors, which will return this errors, and that's going to be an array. Cool. So now back in the world of testing, we'll start with this one. So that's the error message. So we're running validate. Self. I wonder whether validate needs to be ran outside the process. I don't know. Self assert false. So processor is valid. Okay. So we'll put that in all of these as well. Just that one. And we also need to pull out the errors. So errors is equal to this. Get, sorry, not this. Processor get errors, and we need to do self assert. Is there there isn't. Is there a assert contains? There is. Needle and the haystack contains equal, contains only, contains does not contain. Let's just use contains. So needle here is this, and the haystack is the errors, which we can just pass in actually. Like that. There we go. So it's not going to throw an exception now. We could do the same deal in here. Change that. Like so. And do the same deal with the other ones as well. Renewal. Yep. Oh yeah, need to deal with that too. I think that should be it. Let's run those tests. What's the betting? None of this is going to work. Okay, fine. Fair enough. I think what I'm going to do is just go on a break for 5 minutes, have a little walk, and then I'll probably stand. Before my legs were getting knackered, now my back's getting knackered. So I'm just going to grab another cup of tea, and then I'll be back. Where's the button to deal with the? Where's OBS gone? All of these tabs I've screwed around. Okay, I will see you very shortly. Okay, just raising the desk up so I can stand. Right. Woo! So I got a cup of tea and a glass of water. I guess what I need to do now is something that I should have done before I left. before my break, I should have done make tests. Just to see what else I've broken. I'm sure I've broken something. There we go. Yeah. It's PHP Stan I'm concerned with. But we'll wait for the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Hey, we got an error. 4 errors, in fact. Okay, let's... they're all the same. That's not so bad. Method subscription type should return a boolean. Return statement, but... Okay, it's missing. Okay, that's a bit of a boring error, isn't it? Let's go and sort that out. This is because none of these... so I made a decision whilst I was downstairs making a drink. I am not going to call this from within the process. It's going to be called... it's going to be... As it's a public method, it's going to be called without... outside of this. But what I'm going to do is have something in here that says has... validated true or false, and we'll get to that in a minute. So what were those errors? It was the return statement of these things, wasn't it? Yeah, that needs to return a boolean. So we're just going to do return false on these things, just for the time being. Kind of jumped the gun when I was doing the process stuff, and then my mind went into validation, and then yeah. That should be good now. Let's run those, or let's just, I tell you what, let's just run make static analysis. There we go. Oh no, okay, we've missed the renewal one, okay. So I'm just going to return false on this. What I'm going to do is also, I'm going to just work through the validation routines for the other ones, and then I'll work through the process for them individually, and I'll probably do it like that, like a conveyor belt. Because I'm still unsure about the architecture. So let's just do a return false on this for a sec. Let me just run the tests again. Let me just make sure that they are happy with that. Yes, they are. Good, good, good. Okay, so we've done the upgrade. We've done the renew. We need to do the new now. So what was the things I decided for the renewal? Sorry, for the new. If it's new... Oh yes, so if it's new, you mustn't already have a current subscription, but you must have a selected subscription. Okay, fine. So let's go back to the abstract. So are both plans the same? Has current subscription plan? Yes, so that's returning true or false. I got it. We've got these things already in play. That's handy. It's becoming nice and snap together now, which is what I like. So I'm going to just grab this stuff. In fact, let's just write the tests for it. Let's do the test first. Do a bit of TDD first. So this is now doing the new. Which is, so we'll change renew. So we'll do a, can we match the case on this? Is it possible to do that? Select all occurrences in selection, show filter, blah, blah, what's that? Oh, sorry, I'll just fix it. I know what I need to deal with. So subscription renew, That's new. That needs to be uppercase. All right, let's just do the one for now. So with no current plan, that is correct. So we want to do with current plan. It's my namespaces, isn't it? It's my imports. That needs to be an uppercase N. There we go. Okay, so with a current plan, so let's see now. Can we grab one of these? Paste that in there. So we're doing it with a current plan. Now with a current plan should fail. So current plan not allowed for new. Let's do new accounts for new subscriptions. There we go. Let's run those tests, and there should be one that fails. We should now have 6 and one that fails. There we go. So we now go into here, and we do if this has current selected plan. So that's going to return true. Then this errors is what we've just mentioned. This here. Sorry, that's not the way to do it, is it? That's the way to do it. Yeah, let's run that. Cool. That was happy. All right, so let's also do a test where we have not got a with no selected plan. So okay, so with yeah, which kind of does. So in this case, we just want to pass in the customer, right? Yeah. So selected subscription plan required for new subscriptions. That's the thing here. So let's just do with no selected plan. Here we go. Right, let's run that test. That should throw an error because we haven't set that up. Sweet. We'll just grab that. We'll go into there. I'm just going to throw that there, and then we'll just do if this has selected plan equals false, then this errors is equal to this. And I think that's all we need for that. Sweet. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's go to, we've done renew. Let's do cancel. So cancel is a little similar. Cancel in the sense that no, it's not similar at all. Cancel with an L. With no current plan. With no current plan. So you can't cancel without a plan. Because that would just be silly. I'm just going to get rid of this one for a second whilst we work through it. Subscription cancel process. So current subscription plan required for cancellation. Is that spelled right? Probably not. Right, so again, let's run this test. Okay, let's now get back into there and implement that. So if this has current subscription plan is equal to false, then we throw that error. So this errors. I think this is a better way of doing it than throwing the exceptions. I think we'll throw obviously we'll throw an exception at some point, but I think this is a better way. I've totally lost it. Whereas cancel test, there we go. That's what I need. Now, there's a lot of hard-coded messages going around. Once I've done all of this, what I'm going to do is put this into constants. All right, let's run that. Okay. Has current subscription plan is false. What am I missing there? Current subscription plan required for cancellation. Failed asserting that the array contains. Okay, what have I done? This errors. What? There's obviously something wrong with my test, right? Subscription. Oh, yeah, of course. It can't have that. It can't have that. You can't have it. Nope. You can't duplicate that either. There you go. That should now work. I just had it. I just applied the subscription plan when I shouldn't have. There we go. Okay, so what else on cancel? We must have. So we must not have a selected plan. Test with selected plan. Test with. Because if you've got a selected plan and you cancel it, then there's no point. You know, you can't select a plan to cancel. You've got to cancel your current plan. So current subscription plan, so selected subscription plan, not allowed for cancellation. So I guess this is where we needed this is where we needed this guy. So there we go. And we also need to put in an actual an actual subscription, right? Hang on a minute. With no selected plan. Subscription set, subscription plan, process, set customer. With current plan. Test validate with current plan. Test validate with no selected plan. Okay. Processor. I'm just having a look at the. Why do they not have? Okay. Let's just add that in. So we do processor set selected subscription plan. Got it. Set internal name. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's test that. Gotcha. Okay, so let's go back into here. This should be if has selected plan is true, so don't need that. Then the error is this. No. Right, has that passed? Yes, it has. Okay, that's cool. So what's next? We've got the cancel, we've got the new, we've got the renew, and we've got the upgrade. So we've got the upgrade, renew, the new, the downgrade. Need to do the downgrade. Yep. Current subscription plan required for downgrade. So this is subscription downgrade process. Downgrade. Downgrade. I think it's the same, isn't it? Downgrade. Downgrade. Subscription plan. Downgrade process. So selected subscription plan required for downgrade. Okay, cool. So let's do the first one. So we need to have a current subscription plan in there. On downgrade, oops, sorry, going into the wrong place. There we go. So this is if this has subscription plan. If that doesn't have a subscription plan, let's do current has current subscription plan. Then this errors. There we go. This errors is equal to this one. That's good. Ba, 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 ba. Then we also have if has selected subscription plan is false. So what did I do for that one? Selected subscription plan required for downgrade. Okay. There is another one that we need to put in. Let's just run these tests and make sure that they're happy, but there is another one. No, they're not happy. Selected subscription plan cancellation, downgrade. Whoa, 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 whoa. Am I going too far here? Processor test. Cancel. We've still got a problem with cancel, do we? Oh, have I just... There we go. I was doing the wrong one. I think it should be that one, and obviously there's an error there. Okay, got some problems there. So could not be converted to a string. That's weird. This is on the downgrade process. On line 17. Line 17 is... It's my copy and pasting, isn't it? Selected subscription plan required for downgrade. Failed asserting that it contains this on line 58. 58 is here. Yes, I need to actually not provide that. Undefined variable processor at line 54. Okay. Oh. I was a bit too overzealous with my removing of code. Good stuff. Okay, there is one more on this downgrade, and that is checking whether they're both the same. So I need to, because you can't downgrade when they're both the same, because it's not a downgrade. So test validate with the same plans. With the same plans. Okay, so we've got the subscription plan that's there. We're going to change that to be monthly, and we'll do selected subscription plan and current subscription plan cannot be the same when downgrading. All right, so let's run that test. Good stuff. So let's go back into here and put that in. So this is if this selected subscription plan and equals this that's annoying. I'm gonna have to, I think what I'm gonna do this get I'm going to put in a getter. This get current subscription plan, just because I'm fed up of going through the customer. So let me put that down in abstract here. This is going to return null or a user. What? Subscription plan, what am I doing? And it's pretty much this logic, to be fair. It's all of that, basically. If we did subscription blah 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 blah, so this is that, and then it's just return this. Return current subscription plan. There we go. Let's tidy that code up. There we go. And we'll do this, we'll change this up to be, there we go, bit of refactoring. Again, we can do it from here, can't we? Why is that unused? I'm literally using it everywhere. Why is that unused? Let's just run the tests. Why do I think I've broken a lot of stuff? Okay, no, fine. That is what we were going to return back from excuse me, from here, right? No. Okay, I need to set this up. So if this get current subscription plan is equal to this selected subscription plan, then we do. Hang on, I am in cancel. I thought I was. It's not cancel, I'm working on it. It's downgrade. There we go. There we go, that's what I need. I thought I had to set that out. So this errors. There we go. That's looking better now. Let's now go to fat fingers. Let's run the tests. Okay, what's going on? Selected subscription plan failed asserting that the array contains interesting. Monthly and monthly. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what I've done wrong. That's weird. That's very strange. Selected subscription plan is this one. The customer subscription. Okay, hang on. That goes down to in there. This is the customer. Current subscription plan we're setting. And we're setting the customer subscription. So that's fine. And then how does this... So if the selected subscription plan is the same as this. Oh, hold on. No, that is the same. Get current subscription. Is null? Can't we just return that? Can't we just use... Oh, no, that is a plan there. Why, though, does that look like it can't be accessed? It's grayed out for some reason. Hang on a minute. No, that was right. I am a bit confused. It's obviously gonna be a silly mistake, and it's probably because of the things that I was changing earlier. I don't know why that's unused, because it clearly is used. It's clearly used here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do just to debug this is I'm just going to dump out what the actual errors are. That's very weird. That's not how you do debug, isn't it? Hang on, we are on there. Validate with the same plans. Oh, hang on. Wait. Debug D, not V. Both subscription plans must be the same for renew. Why are we doing renew? That should be downgrade. For renew, hang on a minute. I think I've been looking at the wrong file all this time. Downgrade. I have been looking at the wrong file. Yes, it's this that I'm after. Aha, it's an empty array. It's an empty array. We are calling validate off of the downgrade process. So it's not getting this. So which is a bit weird, because that would imply that it's not getting any of these as well. Or that one at least. That's the wrong thing, isn't it? Validate. Subscription selected internal name. Downgrade. I've done something really weird. It's not the cancel, it's not the new. Something I've done has screwed it up, and I'm not sure why yet. Subscription downgrade process. Let's have a sip of my tea. Okay, we set the customer and we set the selected package. So can I do that? Get current subscription plan. That should return us an object. Yes, which is monthly, which is correct. So that's being set correctly, which is our this. So it must be something to do with this then. Internal name monthly. That is a new subscription plan. I mean, I could get around this by just supplying that and overriding this. Because I am testing for both of them being the same. So, aha, selected subscription plan and current subscription plan cannot be the same. Why was that a problem? Is it because we weren't checking the names, were we? We were just checking the classes. Right, and the classes would have different date times, so they would be different classes. Right, okay. I fixed it, I've solved it. Okay, let's let's do get errors here. Yikes. So what we need to do is, if this selected plan is an instance of subscription plan, and I suppose up here we would do current subscription. Yeah, because the classes aren't going to be identical. Is this get subscription plan? But what could potentially be identical is the internal names. So current subscription plan is an instance of subscription plan. There we go. If that is the case, then we want to do this get internal name is equal to get internal name. There we go. Okay, that should sort that out. Yes, it does. Good. Those little gotchas. Okay, so I think that's all the cancellation and all the validation stuff for that. Let me just check. So with the cancel, we want to make sure that we have a current subscription plan that is required. So yeah, we can only cancel when you have a subscription plan, and you can't cancel if you select a new subscription plan. Fine, okay. So downgrade. So you can't downgrade if you have a current subscription plan. If you don't have a current subscription plan, and you can't downgrade if you don't have a selected subscription plan, because you can't downgrade. You can't downgrade if both subscription plans that you have, the current one and the selected one, if you've got a selected one, that goes in there. If you don't have a selected one, I should say. If they're both the same, then you can't downgrade. Fine. On the new one, the current subscription plan is not allowed if you've already got a current subscription plan, because it's not a new one. And the selected, if you don't have a selected subscription plan, then you can't create one. Okay, so renewal, if you don't have a current subscription plan, then you can't renew. And if you don't have a selected subscription plan, you can't renew. And if, oh, hang on a minute. Are both plans the same? I didn't realize, I forgot I wrote that. So that is checking whether the plans are the same. I think what I'll do is I'll create another method in here called are both, so have both plans got the same, are both plans the same of the, yeah, so are both plans of the same type. There we go. And we will put the tests, where are we? Where did that go? That was in here, wasn't it? We'll put this in, we'll just copy this. Hang on a minute, why am I not I'm missing, well I wasn't missing, but there we go. This goes in abstract, we will put all that in there. And at this point we will return true, and then down here we will return false. So in our downgrade, instead of doing all of this ridiculousness, we'll do if this are both plans of the same type. If that's the case, then we throw that error, because you can't downgrade when you've got the same type of plan. Let's just run those tests again. And also, let's just take a look at our new, because I'm a bit worried. Has subscription plan, has subscription. It's not new, is it? It's upgrade. No. Is it renew? If they're not both the same. I think I'm gonna do and this are both of the same type. I don't trust that. Where is that being called? That would be called in the new process. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it as is because the tests are okay. I'm going to run static analysis because that's the usually one that fails. Okay, didn't fail that time. Let's do make tests to just deal with this code sniffer. Yes, I thought there was some problems. Sort that out. Cool, we know all that. We'll do, actually, we'll do make mess detection. I don't think I've ran that yet. No, cool. We'll do make test coverage, and we'll just check which codes we've, which codes. Which paths we haven't tested, if any. Having these tests are going to make upgrading to PHP 8 and Symfony in the future a lot easier. Now I've done the cancel stuff. Sorry, now I've done the validation stuff. I think I need to do. I'm not gonna. I suppose I scratched the surface of the process stuff. One thing I need to ensure is that the validation routine has been called before the processor stuff. So cool, that's done. So we'll wait for this to go through. I'll then go through the coverage. There we go. So let's refresh. Still 77%. That's good. And we're down in subscription land. There's still 100%, although that's 90%. What's going on with that? Whoa. Oh, it's the process, right. That's fine, that's something we can deal with now. That's okay. Make sure. Why is that 87 and they're all 83? Is it because these have more? Yeah, these would have more things in them. That's why it's stretched. Okay, that's okay. That's no problem. The big one is this one, and I know I haven't done the individual tests for individual thingies, but that's good. Okay, so I need to somehow ensure that all. Let me just do a git commit. I need to somehow ensure. Let's do git status. Make sure we haven't got anything daft in there. No, it's just all the processor stuff. So git validation for processes. So I need to somehow ensure that we are running a validate before we run process, and my thought process is that we should get the factory to do the process and the validate. So what I would like to do in abstract is have a little sort of flag, if you will. So we'll do protected flag, which is a boolean, which is has validate. In fact, I think let's continue on our TDD sort of space. So if we go to upgrade, and I want to throw an exception if validation hasn't been performed. So validate. So test exception thrown when validate is not called. Okay, so in this case we don't need any of this wiring up of things. We just need to do we just need to run process without validate. Now that, in my opinion, should throw an exception. So we do this exception message, validate and validate method must be, not should be, it's not an option, must be called before, and then before process. There we go. Alright, let's run the tests. Oops. No. Up here. Thank you. Cool. Okay, so we're making sure that that isn't called. So we go to process here. Now we can't do anything in there, but what I'm thinking is we have a has validated call, which is a boolean and is false to begin with. So we do a protected boolean, and my thought process is that we do, like, anywhere in here we do this has validated is true. Okay, so which means that we would have if. I think we need to have on abstract. We need to have if this has validated is equal to false, then throw new exception and the error message was that, and that needs to return true, and in here we need to do no, not in there. That's the downgrade process. In the upgrade, that's the test. Sorry, in here we need to do parent process. And we need to do parent process in each of these. They will throw exceptions, so we'll pass that in as well. And now, as long as that's called before anything else, we should be good. Let's just try that out. Good. And I think what I'll do is I will I will copy this and put this in the other tests as well, just to make sure that they are all doing as the spec intends. That's renew, right? What's this new? So think of these tests like specifications, technical specifications, if you will. And we are enforcing these specifications by passing tests. So processor, downgrade. Downgrade. I also need to change the classes, don't I? Yes, I do. Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. I'll go back through them all. This is cancel. This is downgrade. This is new. This is renew. And this is upgrade. Done. Okay. The next thing I want to do is to put all of these messages, error messages and exception messages, into constants. So these are, I mean, these are internal messages, right? But I still want them to be in constants because I'm duplicating them in the tests and I'm duplicating them in the code. So we're going to just create some constants, and we'll do subscription plan constants. That's fine, we can do it in here. Let's do public const error underscore let's go through the tests. No, actually it'll be easier to go through the, let's close all the jazz. It'll be easier to go through the actual not the tests but the actual things. Subscription processor type. Yeah, here we go. So this is for cancel process. Fine. Let's copy that, put that into there. In fact, I'm going to do this in split right left. There we go. Right, so we'll copy that, put that into there. So this is error cancel has current subscription plan. There we go. We'll also do another one above, which will be has selected. Good stuff. And we'll do this will be subscription plan constants error cancel has current subscription plan, and then this one will be subscription plan constants error cancel has selected subscription plan. Okay, cool. And also we'll get into that test and we'll update that too. And this will probably be as it goes. So we'll go subscription processor type cancel. That's where we live. Okay, so this contains. So that's the current subscription plan. So this contains subscription plan constants, error, cancel, and that is that the right one? Selected? No, it needs to be current. There we go. Okay. Scroll to the bottom. Do this one. So this one is selected. Okay, and then this one down here is the validation of public const. So this is an exception. Message. Oh, I love my spelling. Oh, it's just because it's a spelling mistake, surely. That's not the right spelling of exception. I'm pretty sure. Exception. Exception. No, actually, that looks okay. Does it? No, there is a typo. Except. Why can't I spell exception? It's been a long day. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Google, for putting in the blanks. Okay, cool. Let's run those tests. Make sure I haven't screwed anything around. Oh, look, I have on line 33, plan constants. Something's not right there. Oh, yes. Right, run that again. Come on. Come on. Good, good, good. Right. Next in the firing line is downgrade. We'll do downgrade. See, this is where I wish I wasn't streaming, because if I wasn't streaming, this would be a whole lot bigger. I run on a 38-inch widescreen Dell monitor, and at the moment I'm using like a quarter of it, but I can't fit it in the stream, so I'm having to do all sorts of crazy weird scrolling. Okay, so this is exception. This is error downgrade. And this has current subscription plan. So has current subscription plan. Gotcha. Okay, so this needs to be subscription plan. I highly recommend getting a widescreen if you can to do coding. It helps with productivity quite a bit, because I can literally third up this screen. So code on the left hand side, my terminal right in the middle, and then on the right hand side I usually have the site that I'm working on. And there is a lot of room at the bottom that I'm not using. Like I said, I'm literally using a quarter of the screen. So, okay, what was I doing? This is downgrade. Downgrade. There we go. And I don't third it up. That's a lie. I have a very small but long, like tall, if you will, bit from my terminal, and because it's nice and tall, I can split the terminal up into like little rows, if you will. So this isn't how I would normally work. Right, we need to create. Go left here, go right there, click on here. There we go. Public function, public const even. This is error. We'll just copy this in here. This is has selected. In fact, this is not right. This needs to be has not got. Hasn't. Has not. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. There we go. Has not got current subscription plan. Has not got selected subscription plan. that one there, right? Okay, so let's grab that. This is probably very painful to watch. Okay, yep. It's painful to do it on such a small screen. Subscription, plan constants, and this is the thing that I want to do. And then down here we do are both, so that's that would be error downgrade. Both plans are the same. Hang on, what have I done there? What's going on? Where's my quote? There's two there. So, subscription plan constants, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. 2 down, and I think we've got, what, quite a lot to go. I'm going to put the exception above, just because it's slightly different from an error message. It's an exception. And I guess we should work through this. Let's get rid of that import. Downgrade process is subscription plan constants, error downgrade, and this is with no current plan. So the error downgrade has not got current subscription plan. Yes, that is, oops, that one is the thing I need, which means that this one down here is the selected one. So subscription plan constants, we do downgrade, and that's the selected, and then down here we do, this is the test for the validation that, oh no, hang on a minute, they're both the same jobbies, aren't they? Yep. I thought that was the case, so let's do subscription plan constants, both the same, and this one here is our validation routine, isn't it? So we do subscription plan constants, and this is our exception. All right, let's run those tests. Good stuff. Cool. I am going to leave it there. I'll do the rest after the stream. But I will be back about 8 o'clock tonight. So in about 2 hours-ish. Was it 6? Soon. 8 o'clock. My brain can't work. And we're going to be talking on the podcast about 10 resources that I found that is very good for web developers. So 10 resources for let's go back into this view. Yes, so 10 resources for web developers and coders to improve their coding skills. So that's what we're going to be talking about on episode 100 tonight on the podcast. It probably will be not as long as usual because I've been doing this for a long time today and my throat is starting to suffer. So I will be back at 8 o'clock tonight in a roughly sort of two hours-ish. Well, that's half, something like that. Yeah, we'll talk about that. So just over 2 hours, and we'll talk about the 10 resources that I've got for web developers and coders to improve their skills, and that is episode 100 of the How to Code Well podcast, here live at How to Code Well. I will see you again soon, well, in a few hours, And take care, everybody. Happy coding, everyone. Where's the off button? Bye-bye.